Hello, welcome to All Around the Board. Today we're going to be taking a look at Monstrocity, the board game. If you guys haven't seen already, there was a little update that I did about a week ago, and I basically left it in your guys' capable hands of deciding what game you wanted to see next. And the one that popped up the most was Monstrocity. So here we go, this is what we're going to be taking a look at today. But do not forget to subscribe to my channel, because in the future you guys will be able to choose what you want to see next. Anyway, let's get this to the table and we're going to show you how Monstrocity works. So here we are, we have Monstrocity all set up, ready to go, and I will go through what all of this does and how the game works. But before we start, let's have a look at these miniatures here. So we have Bobzilla, we have Max Horn, we've got Tortoiseshell, and we have Furious George. There you go, they are the four characters that we can play with in the base game. It is worth noting that this is just the retail version, so if you've got the Kickstarter version you might have some different characters and some different pieces, but this is everything. Anyway, let's go ahead and tell you how the game works. The game is played over 5 rounds, and the aim of the game is to destroy all the buildings that you can see, especially that one in the middle. In fact, you can get 3 points in this. If you destroy that, then you get 1 point. If you destroy everything, you get a 2nd point. And if you do it by the end of the 4th round instead of the 5th, then you can get a 3rd point. So to fully complete it, you kind of want to complete it by then. But yeah, it just adds a little bit of variety. So yeah, you could say I won, but maybe with 1 point or 2 points or 3 points. So let's talk about how a round works. We have these spawn monsters. Now you can tell that we have spawned already on the board, but if you're not on the board at this point, you can just choose one of these cross sections to join. Then you have to spawn X police cars, where X is the number of players. So let's say we're playing with 4 players. You always take police cars from the right, and I'm going to take all 4 of those, revealing those numbers. If, say, we were playing in a 3-player game and you weren't sure which one to take out of these, you'd always take the bottom one. But note, we're playing with 4 and we're going to take those. Then we have to look for the numbers on the cross section. So 1 goes to number 1. Then we need to find number 2. Then we need to find number 3. And then we need to find number 4. If ever you need to fill up police cars, you always look for the lowest number. If there's already a police car there, you just follow through until you find the next number on the cross section. And there's quite a few numbers there, so hopefully you won't get all the police cars out. So once you spawn the police cars, you resolve retaliation cards based on the city threat level. So if you come over to this board here, this will tell you where the threat level is. And on the right hand side of the row, it will have a symbol. Now in this row, there are no symbols, so there is no threat. However, on this row, and this row, there are card symbols. In these 2 rows, you will have to resolve 1 retaliation card. But if you're in this row, in the bottom row there, you would have to resolve 2, one straight after the other. These are the bad cards, and they are just stacked over here. Then we have the Rampage round. So this is where you can download the Monstrocity board game timer. Now, you don't have to have this. You can just set a 2-minute timer, but it's much better to have the app itself. And if I turn up the volume there, you guys can have a listen what happens as you start playing. So as you can tell guys, it gives you some sound effects and it just adds to that stress. In those 2 minutes, this is where players will be rolling their die. Now they have 4 die that you saw on the setup. Before they roll any die, they are allowed to move their movement number, which is this number just here. Now most of these have got 1 movement, apart from Max Horn, who has 2 movement. But in this example, I'm not going to move Bobzilla, I'm just going to leave him here with this building just adjacent. So you are going to roll these 4 die, and depending on what comes up on the symbols, depends on what you have to do. Now let's go through each die result as it comes. Every time you roll a turret symbol, so the turret symbols need to be resolved first. If you look here on the right hand side, wherever your threat level is how much turret damage is happening. And a turret will damage you if you are adjacent to the green zone, as you can see here, if there is a turret in it. So for this example, this one would receive 2 damage. If I were on this road section here, I'm actually adjacent to this zone and this zone, so I would take 4 damage. And if I were on this corner here, well, that would be bad news because there's a turret in all of these zones here, because these cross sections do count as well. So that one would cause me 8 damage. Also to note that if this were the situation and there were no turret here, then no matter what the value is on here, these just do 1 damage instead if we had no turret in that area. The next die you have to resolve are these dice here, and this does damage depending on the police level, so whichever the highest number you can see will do damage. So if I rolled that, that will do me 1 damage. Bearing in mind that you could potentially roll a couple of those in one and you might take multiple damage. The more police cars that go out, the higher the damage, so that's why you want to destroy the ones that are out to put them back on the board to lower that number there, so you don't take as much damage. As soon as you've done all police symbols and the turret symbols, you can go ahead and complete these other ones. So simply, this one is the attack symbol, so you can do 1 point of damage to an adjacent building. So if I was to use this now, I would be able to attack this building. You'll take one of your cubes and you'll throw it in the top. The amount of damage depends on the amount of players, but you can get one of your cards that you can see here. This one's for 4 players, but there is a card for 1 to 2 players, 3 players and 4 players, and it tells you the health of each building. So it says common, special and turrets. The grey ones are common, these are your special, and these are your turrets. So these are harder to hit, but yeah, we're going to start with that little common building there. So I've rolled that and I've done an attack, and bear in mind that again I might do multiple rolls of that in one hit, and I might be able to do multiple damage rather than just the one. The next symbol we're going to talk about is this symbol here, which basically charges up your special power. So on your character sheet here, you've got a yellow marker that you can start to charge up. As soon as you've charged it to this point, at any time after a roll, you are allowed to spend this and do the special ability. And these are unique powers to each of the creatures, as you can see just here. So this one, for example, says deal 3 damage up to a range of 2 in a straight line. So, well, I mean, I'm in front of it, but let's say I was here and that would be a range of 2, so 1, 2. I can actually deal 3 damage to that even if I was set back just slightly. But 3 damage is quite a chunk, so yeah, it's worth actually using this as soon as you've got it. If you roll one of these and it's already on full, then there's no effect. So use this as soon as you can, because these are really strong abilities. And the final symbol on the die, which I might note there are 2 of on these, and this is kind of a bit of everything, or your choice. So the first thing you can do with it is you can do a move. So I could just use it to move 1 space. That's in addition to my free move before I rolled. I could use it to do 1 charge on here. I can use it to heal 3 points of damage, so if I was on 10 I can go up to 13. Or I can use it to cause 1 point of damage on a building. So this is kind of the wild, so to speak, and it lets you do one of many things. And for each die worth, so if I was to choose those, I could choose to move with one and then attack with the other. Now once you've resolved all 4 die, you then do your free movement and you can roll again. And you rinse and repeat in the 2 minutes, so you want to be quick with your resolutions. So let's give you an example. I roll those. That would do me 3 damage, and then I've got an attack, so I will go ahead and do that. Or I chose to make that an attack. Right, then I can roll again, and I would look at what I got, and I have to resolve turrets first, and that will do me 2 damage, so I would take 2 damage on there, and then I would charge twice, and I would do an attack. And you can see that it's very quick the way you resolve and the way you play, and all players will be doing this at the same time. As you go on through the game, you will slowly start to destroy buildings and it will get easier and easier for you. But does it get easier? No, because this track is going to tick up. Every time you destroy a building, if it's a common building, it goes up by 1 on the threat level. If you destroy one of these, or if you destroy one of these, the threat level goes up 2 per, and that's for all players' buildings. So let's say if I destroyed this one and my partner destroyed that one, the threat level would go up by 4. So it goes up a lot as we destroy more and more buildings. Now, as this goes up, we've already seen that we will get some retaliation cards, but also we will hit retaliation cards on these red spaces here as we go on them or past them. However, very occasionally we can get some help as well, and these are little boosters, but you'll notice that they aren't as frequent as the bad stuff, because, you know, it is a cooperative game and it has to be nasty as possible. As soon as all players have done their rampage, we need to do the cleanup. So we adjust the city threat level, which is by adjusting this, like I showed you, depending on what buildings you destroyed, this will go up. You need to spawn an event on rounds 2, 3 and 4. So at the end of these 3 rounds there'll be an event. There isn't one on number 1. The events will change things, and it will use these roadblocks, these tanks, the helicopters, and whatever that is. As soon as you've done all that, you go on to the next round and you rinse and repeat. That is the very general overview of how to play this. So Jess has agreed to play this with me so you guys can see how it runs. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Have we got everything we need? Firstly, we need to do the first few steps. So we need to spawn, which we have. So I'm over here and Jess is just tucked over there. She's gone Furious George. I've gone Max Horn. Right, now we need to spawn the police. So we need to spawn X police cars. So that's 2. So we're going to take these 2. We need to put it on number 1. And we need to put it on number 2. Okay, then we need to do retaliation. But there are no retaliation on this level. Then we need to do the rampage. So this is the 2-minute timer, which we have ready on here. Okay, Jess, are we good to go? Count us down.
3, 2, 1, go!
Go. Right, bearing in mind, guys, I'm doing this one-handed, so I get 1 charge and I get 3 attacks. So my cubes are just over here, and I'm going to throw 3 onto there. Then I'm going to roll again. Well, I want to destroy this first. Okay, so I have to resolve the turret first. So I get 2 damage on there, and then I need to take 1 charge, and I'm going to use these 2 for 2 more attack.
How many grey buildings are?
Right, so then I'm going to roll these again. Okay, I've got to do the turret damage and the police damage, which is currently on 1. So that is 1, 2, and 3 damage. And then I've got 2 more. I'm going to attack that. That gives it 7 damage. And that is actually enough for it to do. So I'm going to take one of those off. That is damaged, fully damaged. And I am going to use my extra one, I think, to move, actually. So I'm going to move there to add an extra blue. That is that done. Right, I'm going to go again. And, right, 1 damage from the police car. And I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 damage on this turret here. So let's grab those. I probably should be playing faster, but, you know, I'm trying to film too. That's going to go up for 1. And I'm going to do, I think, 3 more attack on there. 1, 2, 3. Right, how much is it for a turret, Jess? Is it 8? 8 damage. Okay. I'm going to go 1 more time. And I've got 2 charges, 1, 2, and in fact I'm going to use the last 2 to destroy that. So there we go. That is done. Okay, I'm going to go... Oh, what shall I do? I think I will go 1, 2, because that's my movement, and I'm going to start working on this. Let's go. Ah, 4 attacks, straight off. There we go, 4 cubes right in the top there. I'm going to go again. Oh, 1 more turn. Oh, look at that, 4 attack I'm going to do again. In fact, you can finish your turn, even though the timer's out. I'm going to do 2 on that, 2 attack to kill that. And with my 2 blue, I think I'm going to do 1 charge, and I'm going to heal 1, 2, 3. Jess, did you finish your die? Yeah, but did you finish your die results, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool, okay, so let's see what the damage is. So, I managed to get rid of 3 buildings there. And, well, I've created a little bit of a path. Okay, let's do the cleanup. So, we need to adjust the city threat limit. We get 2 points for this one and 1 point for each of these. So that is 4. I'm increasing it by 1, 2, 3, 4. And Jess, what are you increasing it by? By another 1. So that goes up to 6 in total. So we have to do a retaliation card first and then one of those. Let's see what this gives us. This says each monster takes 3 damage. Repair 2 times X damage on buildings starting with turrets. So let's do the first bit. We take 3 damage each, Jess. So 1, 2, 3. So good job I healed earlier. And it repairs 2 times X, which is the amount of players. Have you got any damage on buildings?
Oh, Daddy, that
No, we haven't.
This.
Okay, well you can spend that next time, can't you? There is no repairing because that is done. So that is finished, and then we get one of these to help us. So what does this do? This is a speed boost. So we can trigger this whenever we want, and it's got +1 speed. So we get, that would be 3 for me and 2 for Jess. So we can move around the board a bit quicker. But we can leave that there until we want to trigger it. Do we want it for next turn, or do we want to wait until we've cleared the board a bit? We can decide in a bit, can't we?
Until we've cleared the board a bit, so we can move around more.
That sounds good. So then, and then it says there, spawn an event on rounds 2, 3, and 4, but we're only on round 1. Okay, so we're still on 2 damage on the turret, and we're going to go on to round 2. So, spawn monsters, we're still on the board. If we were to die, we would come off and we'd have to go back on. But no, we're still on. Then we're going to do spawn X police cars. So we need to spawn the next 2 police cars on number 3 and on number 4. We do need to destroy those to get them back on that track, but it's still 1. Police damage is still 1. Thank goodness for that. Okay, right, let's resolve retaliation. There is no retaliation in this row just yet, but it's going to get worse. Okay, we are now on the rampage for the player 2-minute round. Are we ready on the timer?
Yep.
Yep, okay. Count us down, Jess.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so let's... Oh, I want to do a move first to there, and then that will be my count. So that's 2, 3, and I think I'll do that as 2 attack. 1, 2, 3. I think I'll do that, yeah, as 2 attack. I'm also then going to do... Oh, do I do this? Yeah, I think I might do this, actually. So I'm going to trigger it, and I'm going to run in a straight line, and then do 4 damage. So let me chuck those on. Yes. Okay, so that's 4 damage on there. Right, then I'm going to roll one more time.
I think
Okay, that's 1, 2, 3 damage. 1, 2, 3, and I've then got. I'm going to use that as 2 attack. So that is that gone. I'll tip that out, and that's done.
I need help on
Right,
this part.
I'm going to run there. What's up?
I'm going to do this.
Yeah, you can do that. Okay, so Jess is going to do a special ability. You can jump for 3, so you can jump 3 spaces, land, and then deal 2 damage of area damage. So if you was to jump there, you would then put 2 on all of those. Yeah, because you do it all around you. Okay, I'll leave you to do that. And, right, I've done that, so I get to roll again. So that's another 3 damage, 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to get 1 charge and 1 attack. So that is done. What's that on? That's on 4. What's that on? That's on 3. Okay, let's go again. And, okay, I'm going to take 1, 2 turret damage, 1 charge, and I'll do another 2 attack. I really need to kind of charge myself up, really. Right, let's have another roll. Turret, no, that is me dead. So I have to put max health, but take this off, and I can come back in on the edge of the board. I'll come in there, and I've got these I can still spend. I'll do 1, 2, and then another 1, 2, and then I'll do 1 attack with my last. And that is us done.
I don't do that
That
one.
was difficult.
I didn't do this one.
That's fine, you can finish it now.
I'm just going to play one dip.
But you're not adjacent to it. But say you moved before your roll, because you did actually do a roll since. So that's that one, yeah? Okay, cool. So you've got 2 in there, 2 in there, 2 in there. Right, there we go. So now it's the cleanup. So now we need to adjust the limit. So I just destroyed 1 building, and that goes up by 1. So it doesn't give us anything, but it also doesn't give us anything bad either. Oh, blimey. That was really tough, wasn't it?
I'll quickly reset the timer.
I had died once. Then we need to spawn an event. So here we go. Let's have a look at what our event is. So we have spawn X force field generators. While they're in play, all buildings are immune to damage. Oh, wow. And our buildings have got... I'm going to have to check in the rulebook, see what damage they have. We have to spawn them on 15, 16, and... Oh, no, it's just 15 and 16. Because that's the amount of players. So 15 and 16. Where are they? Here's 15. Where's 16? Over there in the opposite corner. So we've got force field there, force field there. I'll come and deal with this one, Jess. And you go and deal with that one, yeah?
Yeah.
We have to destroy those before we can destroy any more buildings.
Yeah.
Just need to check the rulebook to see what they're damage. Okay, so this is an obstacle, and this has got 6 damage. So we need to get 6 on either of those, destroy them, and then we can carry on with the buildings. it's going to be a massive time hog. I think it's going to take us the entire of this round, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good at all. Okay, let's go ahead and go on to round 3 then, because that was an event. So we're going to go round 3 on here. We are going to spawn X police cars. We're still not getting rid of them. Police cars are now going to be doing 2 damage per die roll. So we've got 5 and 6. Where's 6? In the middle here. Next to you. So you could actually hit it and then run.
Yeah.
And I might take this one out on the way to here. So I'm going to run down this road, destroy that, get that, and then go back to normal. Hopefully. That's what I'm hoping for.
I could probably destroy that because they're only 1.
Well, let's hope so. There's no retaliation because I haven't done it in that row. And then we're going to go onto the rampage. So, Jess, we need another timer. Are we ready? 3.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, so I've got 2 damage from the police car. I can move first, so 1, 2. I'm then going to use one of these to move. I'm going to use one of these to attack that police car and put that back on that track. And I've got one more. I think I'll use the next one to go 1, 2 as a move. Right, let's roll again. So before I roll, I'm going to move. Roll those, and we've got that's 2 damage. 1, 2, and then I get a charge, and I'm going to use these 2 as 2 attack on this. Okay, let's go again. Oh, brilliant! 2 yellow charge on there, and I've got 2. I'm going to do that as 2 attack again. Are you there yet, Jess? Are you moving?
I'm moving.
Okay, here we go. So that's 2, 4 damage, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 damage from this. Right, Jess, I've done mine. So that is gone. That's fine, not to worry. Okay, let's go again. I'm going to go and help Jess out. So I think I'm going to go 1, 2, and let's do that. And I've got, 1, 2, 3, 4 damage, and then 2 charges. That's fine, so just reset your health. Reset that special ability and then come in on one of these spaces again. I've got 2 charges. Did I do that already? Oh no, I can't remember. I think I did. Oh well. Right, let's carry on. So turret damage is 2. 1, 2. And then I've got 3 to spend there. Oh, I could have moved first, so 1, 2. Then I will have to do a charge. 1, 2, 3. That's the second. And I'm going to have to go 1, 2, 3 as another charge, and I'll use this for a move. So I'll go 1, 2, and then I'm going to roll again. So I'll go move, and no, I'm not going to count that. I think I rolled that just after the time. So we spent a whole round. You didn't even touch that thing. Oh no!
I couldn't get to it
it's
because
fine.
Died, but I was born, and I only have to use
on the next go. I think I'm going to get rid of that police car. And then I'm going to come and help you out. Yeah. Wow, that really messed us up, didn't it? So, city threat level, we didn't destroy any buildings. So that does not go up. It's not looking good for us. We've got a lot left to do. Then we can spawn an event. So let's do another event there. So it says spawn X roadblocks. While they're in play, turrets get +1 damage. So our turrets are now doing 3, Jess. And we need 2 roadblocks on 2 and 3. So there's 2 and 3. Oh no, right in the way. I was gonna get rid of that to. Oh no. Right, I'm gonna have to smash through it. I'm gonna have to smash through it, aren't I? Yeah. One more charge on my yellow, and I can go and smash that.
I didn't do these 3.
You get to finish them.
Yeah.
Ah, but you didn't move.
I don't know where I'm gonna move.
No, that's fine. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, let's go ahead and do the next round. So we're on round 4, and we need to spawn monsters on the board. We're already on the board. Then we need to spawn X police cars. So we need.
Where do they go?
2 more. So one from the bottom and one from there. They go on. Yep, there's 1 on number 2. So 1 on the roadblock. 2. There's 1 on 3. There's 4, and then 1. Oh no, 5. Oh no, there you go. Where you are. So you can destroy that and then run away. Okay, that is that. We're going to resolve retaliation cards. There are none again. And then we're going to have to do Rampage another round. Are we okay? Are we good to go? Do you think you got this, yeah? Okay, do you want to start the timer for us then?
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, let's have a roll. And that's going to do me 2 damage. 1, 2. and then I've got 3 attacks. So I'm going to do 1 on the police car, and then I'm going to do 2 on that roadblock. I'm going to get rid of this roadblock while I can. Right, let's go. And I've got 2 damage again from these guys, and then I've got 2 charges, but I can then take 1 and 1 attack on there. So that is going to go just there. And I think I'm going to do my charge. So run in a straight line and deal 4 damage to an adjacent target. So I'm going to do this one. I know it's a bit of a waste for it, but let's get rid of that roadblock. Right, before I move, I'm going to go 1, 2, and I'm going to roll the die. And I take 2 damage, 1, 2 from the police. I've got 2 charges, and I'll use that lightning bolt to run forward 1. Right, let's go again. Let's go. Alright, 2 damage first, 1, 2, and a charge. And I've got 2 blue. How much damage does that need, Jess?
1.
Okay, I'll do 1 to it then, and it's gone. So we can start destroying buildings again now. And then I'll use my other blue, and I will damage that building that's next to you. So I'm going to work with you. Okay, so it needs 1 more damage, does it? Okay. Oh, I'm dead. Never mind.
I can do that 1 more damage. That one's done.
Never mind. Oh, well done. Okay, I'm going to have to go back to the beginning. Actually, I don't have to go there. I'm going to go there. Okay. I've still got 1 charge, and I've got 2 attacks. So 1 on this, and I'm going to do 1 on here. Right, let's go again. Roll. Okay, 1, 2, and oh no, I have to take the damage first. 1, 2, damage from that, and then I'm going to do another attack on this one. Let's go again. Ah, I'm dropping it. Right, 2. Oh no, that's 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage, 1 charge, and then 1 attack on there. Oh blimey. We are not doing very good, are we? However, there is a lot of damage on these buildings. If you look at the top, there is a fair bit. We haven't got too many. I don't know if we're going to do it in the last round, but we definitely need to get rid of that. Yeah, you get to resolve it. So what are you going to do? Treat it as an attack. Jess, you're actually making a big dent over there, so well done. Right, here we go. Adjust the city threat level. You destroyed 1 building, didn't you? So we're going to push this up, and that gets us a retaliation. Let's have a look what we got. So it says all monsters lose 3 rage. Oh no. Right, so Jess, you see this that we've been charging? 1, 2, 3. That goes down.
What?
Oh, yours was nearly at the top as well. We lose 3 of it. No, that's not good. Okie dokie then. So we've adjusted that, and now we need to spawn another event. This is what really messes us up. I mean, we've lost almost 2 turns to the first one. Okay, so it says here, spawn X tanks. While there are tanks in play, police damage is increased by 2. So, yeah, police are going to be doing some damage. Tanks on 13 and 14. So, let's do that.
13.
Yep. Hang on. Right, 13 and 14's normally the opposite. There we go. So, we've got 2 tanks on there. Police are going to be kicking our butts in this round. But we'll see how it goes. Maybe we could just get rid of those when we get near a police car, just? Maybe. Right. Okay, so then we need to go back to, well, we'll go round 5, and we need to go back to spawn monsters on the board. We're both on the board, yes?
Yes.
Okay, and then we need to spawn X police cars, so we're going to take these 2 off. We haven't got 1 in 1, 2. Yep, 2 there, and then 1 in 3. So there's 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. Okay, we could do this. And then we need to resolve retaliation. We haven't even got onto the second row yet, so we haven't been doing any retaliation this whole game, apart from the ones we landed on. Okay, are we ready for the last round then?
Yep. 3.
I don't think we're going to do it, but
2.
you know, you guys have at least got the idea of how this works. Okay?
2, 1, go!
Okay, I'm going to take 4 damage for police at the moment, Jess. So 1, 2, 3, 4. From that, I'm going to do 1 charge. They are 3 at the moment.
I'm nearly dead.
Right, so I get 2 attacks. So I'm going to do 2 attack on this one. I'm going to do that again. And right, I've got 3 plus 4, so that's 7. I'm also dead. Oh no, but I'm going to spawn back there, but I lose that. I'm going to spawn in the same place, and then I'm going to use these. So one of them is an attack, and I think the other one I will use for a movement, I think, maybe. Yes, let's use it for a movement, and I'll go 1. Right, here we go. Let's roll that. Turret damage is 3. 1, 2, 3. And I've got 3 damage here, which can go in the top of that. Right, ready for another roll. Here we go. Turret damage is 3 again. 1, 2, 3. And I get 1 charge. I'm going to use that as 2 damage up there. That's on 5. Jess, how you doing?
Good.
Right, police damage is 4 at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 1 charge and I've got 2 attack. Let's get rid of that. So that is 7. I need 1 more damage on it. Oh, it's done 1, 2, 3 damage to me. I can do 1 on that. So let's do 1 attack to there. And I think I'm going to use my 2 blue that I didn't use to, I'm going to heal. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Because it's 3 per that I can do. Right, let's do a move. 1, 2. Let's do this. And, oh, look at that. 4 attack. Straight up, 4 attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's go again. 1 charge and 3 damage.
That one's done.
1, 2, 3. Let's do 1 more roll before it runs out. Turret damage. 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. And I get 1 charge and 1 damage, which was just enough to get rid of that.
Okay.
Oh, I got rid of those.
Rid of this.
Oh, you got rid of a turret as well, and I got rid of these 2. So this would go up by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. However, it was the last round, so I could go ahead and resolve them. Okay, so let's see what we would have got. We would have got help and that. Let's see what a help card would have been. Deal X. Hey, whoa! Deal X damage to any one building in the city. Deal X damage. We could do 2 damage to a building if we want. Let's do that now. Let's do that now. So actually, we could trigger that, and we could put 2 on there, and that will be gone. Okay, so that's another one we damaged. Would that put that up? 1, 2, maybe. Let's see what the bad stuff would have been. So we've got spawn X police cars. All monsters lose 3 rage. So that would have been horrible. We would have got 2 more of those out, putting us on damage 3, plus the tanks means it was damage 5 per one of those. Yeah, we got beat up quite a lot, but that is the damage we did. We did clear a fair bit, but you know, we only had the 2 of us. I think we did well with 2 players, don't you?
And because I was there, I managed to get rid of the police car that was here.
There we go, guys. That was a brief playthrough on how you play Monstrocity. Now we're going to go on to my final thoughts. So what do I think of Monstrocity? Well, this is quite quickly becoming one of my favourite real-time games, if not one of my favourite dice rolling games. I am not a fan of real-time games whatsoever. For some reason they just stress me out, or I'm not very good at keeping up. I'm not entirely sure what it is. I get games. Most games I will be able to get and play. But as soon as you put real-time into it, well, I really do struggle. But with this one, I just get it. I mean, it's really difficult, but I just can play it, not chilled, but I just don't have that kind of stress that I have with other real-time games. I think the fact that it's cooperative really helps. I mean, I've played a lot of real-time games that are competitive, and they're even harder. But yes, this is a real-time game that I can really get on board with. Now, if real-time isn't your thing, there is a module in here which allows you to play on a turn-based. Instead of rolling and rolling and rolling, you just get to do 6 turns in 1 round. And if the base game is really getting too easy, or you've managed to find a way of actually beating this game, you can flip the monsters over and play the enhanced mode. Now, I didn't include the enhanced mode in this, but guys, if you do want to see the enhanced mode, let me know and I'll do that in a separate video. If you're into your big monsters, your Godzilla and your King Kong, if you're into those kinds of characters, then Monstrocity is definitely a game for you. It's certainly one that suits the family, and I think you can have hours and hours and hours of fun of playing this game. Aside from the gameplay, this game looks wonderful, and as you saw on the table, it just pops out. I love 3D games as it is, ones that pop out from the table, and this really fits the bill. They're huge miniatures. Hang on, can you have huge miniatures? But the models inside are very chunky, very heavy duty, so even if you're playing with children, I think they're going to last quite a while. The only thing that I would say when playing with younger children, especially I get this with my daughter, is sometimes she over damages, so she can't quite keep track on how many cubes there are. That's maybe the only gripe I have with this game, is trying to keep track of the health, but then that adds to the challenge of, you know, actually winning the game. But guys, seriously, if you get a chance to play this game, you absolutely must. It's so fun for, I think, all gamers and families alike. This one gets a huge thumbs up from me. Thank you guys for watching my video. Please make sure you subscribe so that in the future you guys get to vote what game you want to see next. Make sure you're getting in those comments as well, because that is what I'm following to decide the next week's game. In the meantime, I will say goodbye and I will catch you on the next video.